In the early 1800s, Manhattan Island was primarily made up of building lots, which left New Yorkers traveling across the Hudson River in order to get fresh air and enjoy recreation. The city's population was going up at an alarming rate, and the people of New York knew that if land was not set aside to be developed into greenland soon, there would be none left. Widespread movement for a park in New York made the issue become political by 1853, so the city bought 624 acres in the middle of Manhattan. The placement was perfect because it was large enough to allow carriages to pass through. A board of commissions was established in 1857, and they announced a design competition for the park in October of the same year. Architect Calvert Vaux and Frederick Law Olmsted collaborated and won the competition with their Greensward plan. They wanted to make sure the park would be a complete contrast of New York, so inhabitants could get away from the hustle and bustle of the city, so they kept the natural slope of the land and rocky terrain intact. They also contrasted the formal grid-line blocks of the city by making the paths in the park curvy and without pattern. Their design was mostly finished by 1873, and Central Park, as it came to be known, was rapidly turning into a national landmark. This top picture is the original plan that won the competition, and this bottom picture is the final plan that was actually built. And this picture here shows the rocky terrain that they wish to keep intact so much. The Central Park we know today looks little like it did in the 1800s as traffic through the park has increased and modern updates are needed. It has many different areas that attract a wide array of people. Playgrounds are included to give children a place to play, and many monuments have been constructed that attract those of us who are interested in the history of the park. This includes the historical Bethesda Fountain designed by M.S. Stebbins in 1873 that has been pictured in many movies and attracts many people due to its excellent view and location in relation to the lake. Another area pictured often and is used for recreation is the Sheep Meadow. It is still in the regular shape of the original design that Olmsted and Vaux planned, with scattered trees around the edges. The 58 miles of pedestrian paths allow runners to choose a different route every day and enjoy every single one of the 26,000 trees that have been planted by hand. It is no wonder that the park is so loved by New Yorkers and is traveled more frequently than any other park of its size. This is the Bethesda Fountain, and this is the Sheep Meadow. We've all seen these before. The importance of Central Park exceeds its great size, monuments, and beautiful landscapes, for it signifies a great movement of this country. When it was built, the park was an idea that was entirely new to America. People at this time were absorbed in the Industrial Revolution and were not thinking about such simple things as taking a walk through a garden or admiring scenery. They did not realize how much of an impact a park would have on their city. After it was built, New Yorkers started referring to it as the lungs of the city, and knew that if they could not survive if it was taken away from them. For this reason, many other cities took to the idea of a great park, and this sparked a movement of recreation and parks throughout the entire country. Even today, park planners look to Central Park as a model and continually use it as an influence. All of this combined has allowed the park to claim many titles, including its status as a National Historic Landmark. As architects, we have much to learn from Central Park and can use many aspects of it for inspiration in our own future works.